So what do we do? Well, one of the things that we're going to do today is we are going to learn about how we can understand these issues in terms of diversity, inclusion, and equity. And we're going to begin with defining some terms. So what does diversity mean? Diversity is about the characteristics of a given group. So it's your race, your age, your gender identity, your marital status. Are you a veteran? All of those things that make you you. And in organizations, we strive for diversity or representation of different groups to enable our success. Inclusion is about the organizational policies and practices that help us to be productive and to perform and get a profit. Inclusion is about the culture of an organization, whether or not I feel I can bring my voice to the table, bring my full authentic self. Will I be recognized? Equality, that's the guarantee of fair treatment, access, opportunity, and advancement for all. And then eliminating the barriers that prevent full participation in some groups. So there were some actions by government, civil rights actions, and actions in terms of affirmative action to enable African Americans to have a better opportunity to attend colleges. I am a product of affirmative action. If it wasn't for the government being hard on Penn State University and them creating a program for this inner city young Black girl who went to public school, I probably would have had a more challenging time getting into Penn State than I had. But because of policies to create equity, it was an opportunity for me. So this is how we can look at it. Diversity is being invited to the party. Inclusion is being asked to dance. Equality is being on the party planning committee. So now we understand some of these definitions, but there's one more that we need to think about. And I want you to take a look at this video. This was done by Procter & Gamble. Maybe some of you have seen it, but it's called The Look. So the term that I want us to think about now is called unconscious bias, or it's sometimes referred to as implicit bias. These are the attitudes and stereotypes that we unconsciously attribute to another person or group that affect how they understand, engage with that person or group. We all have biases. We have been indoctrinated into a system based on history, based on the way the media portrays individuals. We all have some ideas, some underlying attitudes or stereotypes that we believe. I'm going to be completely transparent with you today and say this. It's so powerful that it had even impacted me. I have two African-American sons. And one day I was going to the store and I was sitting outside in my car and just doing something before I pulled off. And a group of young Black men walked past the car and I locked my doors. And one of them looked at me like, lady. And in that moment, I recognized what I did. I made a judgment. My unconscious bias associated them in a negative way. And I sat in my car and I cried because I thought, Adrian, what if someone did that to your sons? So we all have biases, but we want to, at this time, try to understand what they are so that we can unlearn some of those negative things or just react differently. So now I'm going to ask Howie to share with us about the inclusion journey, but does anyone have any questions, any comments, or any new awareness or insights that you want to share about what we've said so far?